Hey everyone, and welcome to GBTV Live Just In, and this is our holiday edition. And we're coming at you all with some really good top picks from our usual wonderful, amazing guest here today. So we're definitely going to start off with Kid Space with Nikki, and as you can see, she looks like a candy cane, perfect for a holiday
A
edition.
sour
I
one.
love it. Oh, oh, all right, so I'm sure you've got some amazing top three picks. So what do you
I
got?
do. I picked out some real goodies this week because I know that break is coming, so we need to stock up. So the first is, if you're looking to go a little technological, we have a brand new launch pad, which if you're not familiar with these, is sort of like a tablet that's preloaded with educational activities. But don't worry, they're fun too. We have a new Mr. Potato Head one, and this one's really cool. It's all about a mystery, and you're gonna have to solve some word problems. It's for early elementary folks, so anybody kindergarten through first and second, but it can go pretty much any age above that. I played it just last night, so it's super fun. The charger is in there, really easy to use, really fun. Though they're not holdable, they can be checked out at the library. And then if you're looking to find out what happened in 2022, well, you can check out the Guinness World Book of Records 2023. So if you want to know what the tallest tree was, who has the largest pair of shoes, it's all in here. I'll save some surprises because there's some goodies in there. But let's just say somebody ate more than 100 pies. I'm not going to tell you how many,
Okay.
but it was pretty crazy.
Oh, wow.
And finally, for a little nonfiction, how about we learn about the first African American justice? Her name is Ketanji Brown Jackson. She was born in Washington, D.C. She lived in Florida, went to Harvard, and on April 7th, she became the first Black woman to serve in the United States Supreme Court. So a great new addition to our Who Is series, and a really fun nonfiction read.
Nice, wonderful. That all is very amazing. I'm glad that you brought up it. So that's like a play away, correct? With the
Yeah.
first one. That's some really cool stuff to try it out, right?
Exactly. There's
Perfect.
lots of different options, and it's great for if you're traveling.
Yeah.
So you can take it in the car, it's a full charge, but it has a little plug if you need to recharge. Great for the kids. Super easy to use.
Perfect. So I know that one's not holdable, but the other two items are holdable.
They
So
are.
you want to explain once again to our viewers how they can hold it in different locations?
Absolutely. So what you can do is you can download the Gail Borden app, or you can go onto our website at gailborden.info, log into your account with your library card and PIN number, and then locate the books that you're interested in, like these, place a hold on them, and then designate what location you'd like to pick them up. At one of our branch locations here at Maine, and at one of our drive-ups if the snow that we're supposed to have is going to happen.
Oh, I know. Yeah. We got it. Okay. And Bookmobile. We
Yes,
can't forget about
Bookmobile too.
Yeah.
I mean, AKA the snowmobile.
Exactly. That's a good one. Love it. Thank you, Nikki. We
You are
appreciate you.
welcome.
Awesome. All right, everyone. So we've got Margaret coming up next with our adult collection as well. So what top pick 3 you got going?
Oh, I've got some great new books for you, Dominique.
okay,
These are all
exciting.
brand spanking new.
Nice, nice,
They just
okay.
came out, and each of these just came out in the last few weeks, so they're brand new, and they sound really good. The first book I'm going to talk about today is called The Light Pirate. It's by Lily Brooks Dalton. This is a little more futuristic. It's set in a futuristic, not too distant Florida that is actively kind of slipping away due to severe weather and the rising sea levels. It follows this main character named Wanda Lowe, who was named after the massive hurricane storm that she was born into during that hurricane. And I'm making it sound like a really dark story, apocalyptic type story, but really it's hopeful. This character is very optimistic, and it talks about the people she meets on her way and how they kind of adapt and conform to what this new climate brings to them. So I think it's a meteor story. If you're looking to join something and read in your book club next year, this might be a great book club choice. It is a Good Morning America book club pick. It's an NPR Book We Love choice, and it's an Amazon Best Book of the Month.
Oh,
Wow.
So
okay.
if you are looking for a good
Yeah.
kind of deeper read, this might be a choice for
Yeah.
you.
And it's perfect because it's pirate. We have a
I did
pirate
think
ship
of the pirate ship.
downstairs, so the pirate exhibit. So
Yes,
perfect,
yes.
perfect. All right.
Before it sails away.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's a good one.
The next book is a little different. It's a lighter story. It's called The Vibrant Years by Sonali Dev. This is about 65-year-old Bindu who inherits $1 million. And you think, oh, that's great. But Bindu is astounded and horrified because she's worried that the publicity is going to expose a hidden secret from her past that she does not want exposed. So she makes this rash decision to purchase a condo in a posh retirement community. And this shocks her divorced daughter-in-law, Allie, who is currently living with her and didn't know this change of address was happening. Meanwhile, Allie's daughter, her grown adult daughter, is struggling at work and has to deliver a new dating app that she promised, and she needs Bindu and Allie's help with this dating app. It's a funny, multi-generational story, some family secrets in there that will be uncovered. It's Sonali Dev, the author, is a USA Today best-selling author, and this is actress Mindy Kaling's first book studio pick. So Mindy Kaling, you may know from The Office
Yes.
or from Mindy Project. She's now working with Amazon Publishing and choosing these books for her imprint,
Really?
and she also has first refusal rights for movie rights on these. So this may become a movie in the
film.
future.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
gosh, that's amazing.
Isn't that
She's
fun?
just come a long way.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
long way. But she also written some episodes and stuff.
She's
didn't she, or
she's written her own
produced?
books
Yes.
here as well too.
Yes.
We have books you could check out from Mindy Kaling herself.
Okay, that one I'm putting on my list for sure.
Yeah, so
That
if you like
one.
Mindy Kaling's
Yes, I do.
humor, I think this would be right up your alley.
Nice,
Great,
nice.
great. The final one, I wanted to get a little into the spirit here, and the last book I chose is called A Very Merry Bromance by Lissa K. Adams. I admit, I have not heard. This is the 5th book in the Bromance Book Club series. So I was not familiar with this series, but after looking into it, I think I want to read them all now. The Bromance Book Club is a secret romance reading book club made up of Nashville's top alpha men. But they're secretly reading these romance books in the hopes that it helps them in their own relationships going forward.
Okay.
So in this recent novel, we're following heartbroken country music star Colton, and it's only through the help of the fellow members of the Bromance Book Club that he agrees to try to rediscover romance using the techniques in these romance books that these men are reading. So,
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
That's interesting. That is interesting.
it's like a fun little
Yeah.
quick rom-com to read, and I love that they put the little holiday twist on that as well. So a lot of, maybe you want this for your book club as well this year. I don't know, But
That's a good one.
yeah, we've
That's a
got
good one.
lots of good choices.
Yeah, definitely.
Lots of good book club choices. I think this would be a great year. Looking forward to start of a book club or look at the library and join one of our book clubs here at the
Exactly.
library.
I agree. I agree. And just in case we have viewers just now coming in and watching now, so how can they put that on hold? What options they can do for pickup locations and all of that great stuff?
Yes, so I would get the holds on now because these are new books. The holds are already starting to pile on these books. They all have a new kind of following, and I think it's going to start growing and growing as the word gets out on these authors. So get yourself on the list now. Go to the library's website at gailborden.info. You can search for the titles and put yourself on hold. Multiple pickup locations you can choose, any of our branches, the bookmobile, the drive-up window. There's so many choices, Dominique.
Oh, I see. I
So
see.
convenient in this
It
busy
is.
time of year. I love being
Exactly.
able to just run through the drive-through and pick
Mhm.
something up.
I agree, Margaret. I agree. Thank you once again for always sharing these wonderful top 3 picks and even introducing us to something that we didn't even know that existed
You didn't know
with
you
the
needed
bromance.
it, but
Yeah.
now you want to
Now I
read
know.
it.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Margaret.
Yes.
All right. So now up next, excuse me, is the movies, and that is Tracy and her Milk Dud ratings. So what have you got going for us today, Tracy?
Well, I feel like maybe we're going to see that as a movie coming up here
I
pretty
think
soon.
so.
It's ripe for the silver screen. I think that one is. But we're going to start with some of the just-ins to the Gail Borden collection, including 3,000 Years of Longing. This is starring Tilda Swinton, Idris Elba, and directed by George Miller. This is the tale of a woman, Alethea. She's a lonely scholar who, while attending a conference in Istanbul, unwittingly makes a purchase of a very unremarkable little glass bottle that turns out to contain a jinn, or a genie, who offers her 3 wishes in exchange for his freedom. Now, sounds like a story we've heard before, of course, but there are some intriguing wrinkles, like Alethea is not entirely convinced that this is real, that it's not just her loneliness and her imagination getting the better of her. And the viewer's never quite sure either. And second, because she is a scholar of story and mythology, she knows all the cautionary tales about wishes gone wrong, so she refuses to make wishes. And because of it, the jinn is forced to plead his case by telling her all these fantastical tales of his storied past. So Alethea is eventually beguiled and winds up making a wish that surprises both of them. Entertainment Weekly has called this movie Aladdin for adults. That it is. Note that. It is rated R. It deserves its R rating for mature content. That said, it does very well what it intends to do. It just tells a fantastic tale. The movie's directed by George Miller, who you might know from The Road Warrior, Mad Max Fury Road, but he also did Babe and Happy Feet. So this is a very well-rounded, experienced storyteller, and he brings all of that to this. That puts a nice, interesting little twist on it, doesn't it?
Yes.
So it's just a visually stunning movie about a wondrous tale, and I give it 3 milk duds.
Ooh,
So check that
okay,
one out.
Okay.
Okay,
Is that out of 4 or 5 milk duds?
that's out of 4.
Out of 4.
That's
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
That's very good then.
All right, next up, and sure to become the next Christmas classic, Halloween Ends. So get this, 44 years ago, after the original 1978 horror classic, the Halloween franchise comes to an aptly named end. This stars Jamie Lee Curtis, reprising her role as Laurie Strode, the tormented teen, now adult, from Haddonfield, Illinois. This time, though, you guessed it, she has had enough. And Halloween Ends is the climactic cat and mouse, head-to-head battle royale between titans of horror, Laurie and Mike Myers. Well, all signs point to stinker. Wah, wah.
Oh, no.
But there's one thing that you should know. If you are a fan of the Halloween movies, you know you're going to see this. You know you're going to see it. And you want to. You should see it, because then you can join in on all the fun conversation happening about how bad it is and why. And fear not, because despite its title, Halloween probably does not come to an end. It's just the last installment under the Blumhouse production company, and now the rights have reverted to the producer, who promises that it probably hasn't come to an end. So check it out. Halloween Ends is something to watch, good popcorn movie, and it's a lot of fun hopping online or talking with your friends about what a stinker it is. good times.
I'm just
I give
curious,
it a.
how is Michael Myers still, like, shouldn't he be old and kind of frail? He still
Well,
looks
if
like
you
he
do
is
the
more
math,
fit now than he was back then.
He's
right?
motivated by, his psychopathic.
He's like Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Okay,
Sure.
gotcha.
Sure.
I'm
sure.
sorry. What's the milk?
That is quite all right. That is quite all right. I wound up giving this 1 milk dud, but that's largely
Oh.
just because Jamie Lee Curtis is awesome. So there's that.
That's fair.
Although, can you
That's
split
fair.
a milk dud? So, I mean, can you have a half milk dud?
I
How
think
does
you
that-
could bite one in half. So maybe a half milk dud. But Jamie Lee Curtis, we could give her a whole dud.
She's worth a milk
Oh,
dud.
yeah.
She's worth
I
a
think
milk
she
dud.
is, Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we're on to Amsterdam, completely shifting gears. It's 1933, and 3 friends, a doctor, a lawyer, and a nurse, are all witness to a murder. They're framed for it, and in setting out to prove their innocence, they actually uncover one of the most outrageous plots in American history. So at the very start of the movie, they claim that a lot of this really happened. In reality, none of the characters are based on actual people, but the movie is inspired by an actual piece of forgotten history called The Business Plot. It deftly mixes historical fiction, or historical fact rather, and fiction to tell the story of a secret conspiracy to overthrow then President FDR and install a military general as dictator using a fascist veterans organization. Who knew?
Yeah.
Right? Super interesting. This movie is all over interesting, and it has got a crazy star-studded cast. Christian Bale, John David Washington, Margot Robbie, Robert De Niro, Chris Rock, Michael Shannon, Mike Myers, Timothy Oliphant, Ed Begley Jr., Zoe Saldana, Rami Malek, Anna Taylor-Joy, Taylor Swift is in this movie. Everybody's in this movie. It's quirky, it's atmospheric, and it's just so interesting. You kind of can't put it down. And for that, I give it 3.5 milk duds.
Wow.
That's
It's a
amazing.
goodie.
I have
Check
to
it
say,
out.
when you started your description, I thought it was a joke because you said a doctor, a lawyer, and a
Walk into a bar.
Walk into Amsterdam.
It's really good. It's a comedy. It's just very, very well done. Highly entertaining. Recommend. Check it out.
And that's rare when you have such huge star power in a
Mhm.
movie. Sometimes it can go
Mm-hmm.
either either
Yeah.
way, where it can flop. But this one, I did watch the trailer when I saw your list. I'm like, this seems really, really good. I love time period films and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm sorry, I'm hitting my mic. Sorry, everybody. But no, that looked really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of star power. A lot of
Yeah.
star power.
It's a lot of star power.
Oh,
It's
wow.
directed very, very well. Everybody's on point in this movie. It is worth the watch.
So this is all on our media bank currently.
Yes.
And do we have it in streaming just yet, or not just yet? Because they're
Not
still
just
pretty
yet.
new. Okay.
Not
okay.
just yet. It'll get there, but not just yet. But speaking of streaming, I'm glad you brought it up. Don't forget, especially because we are expecting our first fun winter storm of the season, that Hoopla and Canopy are always there for you if you cannot get out. Rough weather on the way, why worry about leaving your cozy house when you can stream tons of movie and TV choices from the comfort of your home, including holiday movies, British TV shows, everything you could possibly want and more. Hoopla has It's a Wonderful Life on right now, The Man Who Invented Christmas. Canopy has just a veritable Santa's sack of movies, just a wealth of things. So go to the library's website, gailborden.info, and check out the 24/7 e-library. There's information, there's instructions, and you can always give us a call. We are more than happy to help you get started with that.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Tracy.
Absolutely.
So I just want to thank all of my amazing guests. I mean, this has been an incredible year, and I'm so very grateful for all 3 of you. Always got my back, always here to share your top 3 picks and your opinions and everything. And the description is just amazing. You guys are always on point, and I appreciate you guys. So thank you, Margaret, Nikki, Tracy. Want to thank all of you for taking the time to watch us and hear what we have to offer to all of you. And that's pretty much it. So, I want to say happy holidays to everyone. Be safe out there and enjoy everything, enjoy good food, all of that good stuff. So I'm your host, Dominique, here on GBTV Just In. Everyone have a wonderful day. Take care.